All right, so we're gonna start with foam rolling. I have 4 different foam rollers. It depends on your level of, let's start over. All right, so we're gonna focus on foam rolling. I have 4 different foam rollers here. We got the rumble roller with the nodes that are semi-stiff. This one isn't the stiffest one. I have the other black one, which is very stiff and can be painful for beginners or if you're not used to it. This is another one. My wife loves this one. It's a shorter version. This is a travel one, if you will. Easy to put in your bag, take to the gym. All of these are focused on what's called trigger point therapy or trigger point release or basically stretching the fascia. That's the film around your muscles. And so helping you to get immediate relief from pain. It's a great way to warm up and a great way to cool down. It helps you improve your mobility because the muscle is more warm, more friction, and it helps you get more mobile, get more elastic. This is a funky one because inside it's like a PVC, but then on the outside there's like little grooves, and these grooves are really cool for just, a different sensation. And then you have the beginner, like literal foam roller. I hardly ever use this one. I would say I probably use this with somebody who's elderly, or I use it as a prop, or I use it to like support my neck while I'm doing other stuff. So like laying back on it and such. For example, just like here, you can use it, but I prefer ones that are a little bit more intense. So we're gonna start with one of these that are a little bit more intense, not this one. We'll go with this guy. So again, this is the rumble roller, the big one. I love it. There are 4 R's, basic R's when it comes to foam rolling. So it's rocking, rolling, raking, and resting. And they can all be used at different times. And they can all be used for warm up, they can all be used for cool down. Let's start with rest. I'm gonna start at the bottom, okay? The other terminology is a pass, so a movement. Basically, when you go up and down or left and right or around in a circle when you're rolling, that's one pass, right? Passes should be somewhat quick for warm-ups, and they're gonna be slower for cool down. So right now I'm resting, okay? Resting is applying pressure to the foam roller so I can lift my hips. When people have tight calves at the bottom of the soleus or the top of the gastrocnemius, the big portion of the calf, resting is good enough. You can also do raking, which is like this windshield wiper of a movement, which is a little intense. And I haven't rolled my calves out in a while, so probably in a week or so, so I'm feeling this quite intensely. And then obviously this is the traditional rolling. And then, that feels good. So resting, raking, rolling, and then you can roll also in circles, all right? And then rocking. Rocking is like side to side, right? When I lift and rock left to right. So the difference between that and raking is like here where I'm down, I'm rolling traditional, or rolling in circles, or I'm rocking back and forth, moving the foam roller is the distinction with rocking. Oh, I'm sorry, with rocking is here. Whew, gosh, it's been a while with the calves. So anyway, that's a tough one. We can work our way up to the quads, which is Another sensitive area, most of the time you want to be on a meaty area, right? Where a lot of muscle, a lot of fat, a lot of area where it's away from the joint. So again, this is just that typical, traditional how you'll see people foam roll it, right? And then you can find a spot and like double up, for example, and just rest, right? And then I can like rake, right? Same thing, other side, rake, and then back to rolling in that position. Okay, another thing that I want people to realize with the foam roller is that you don't just want to foam roll like your whole body. For example, I just did my quads and my calves. So quads and calves. So I want to do some kind of stretching, some kind of mobility. Again, if it's warm up, I want to move around a little quicker. If it's cool down, for me right now, it's late in the evening. So I'm going to do more of a cool down, one routine to support like sleep and such. So those are the basics with foam rolling. And I'll just take you through a routine right now. So let's get to it. Let's grab this guy. This guy is kind of funky and cool. And when we're getting ready to sleep, I want to start with just resting a lot, all right? Big rest, sitting here and just chilling, right? I just want to breathe. And as I breathe, I relax more under the foam roller. If you have neck pain or vertigo, or you just simply need support, getting another foam roller, like I said, to support you while you use another one is really good. So while I'm here, the intensity of going back, boom, I have some support for the neck, for the spine, and I can just chill. If I want to add some intensity, again, I could lift the hips. We're gonna do this one for another 30 seconds. I want to take that one away and get a little bit more intensity and a little bit deeper into. I'm in the middle back. I'm just gonna rest for the remainder of the time. Ten seconds. So I'm slowly working my way back up. So just mid-back. Next, we're gonna do the lats. And we're gonna do a minute on this side as well. A minute is a great standard, just simple. Now, on the lat, notice I'm not forward, I'm actually on the lat, on the back, right? Think to yourself when you do so, lay on it and reach for resting. You can also rest with the hand behind the head. Again, if you need your support roller while you're resting in like a very sensitive type area, just want to play around. I'm gonna rock left and right. And that's a minute. We're gonna do the other side. Let's take time, adjust. Got my support roller, so it's not all bad or all useless, but I like a little bit more intensity, so that's why I favor the more extreme rollers. And let's get a minute on this side. It's texting me. It's 10 o'clock at night. It never stops. Fitness is all day, every day. If you find a spot where most people would say like, oh, I got a little knot right here, or a tender area, or a space where I'm just like, yo, that lit up, just hang out, rest. This is nighttime, sleepy foam rolling, so no need to rush. You want to create more intensity, get rid of your support. Wish I had my support. That was a bad move. Oh. And again, I'm resting on the lat under, not on the armpit, not on the pec. We can get there, but that's just not what I'm focused on right now. Another one, again, we just roll that area, so we want to stretch and help out. Don't just want to roll and then do nothing. Want to roll and get some mobility. Want to roll and do warm up. So if I was warming up, starting, I would roll and then I step up and I do something dynamic like some squats, some lunges, down dog, what have you. Also on the warm ups, the passes are quicker and shorter. So up and down, around, etc. I'm literally in a group chat between like another trainer and a client. And that's good for some upper body, back focus, foam rolling. Now, I'm gonna go back to the quads because I'm getting ready to fly in the morning and I really, really wanna be feeling good when I get off the plane. So I'm gonna go right to this hip flexor. I'm leaning into my right side. I'm turned. I'm gonna actually go to the left side so I can get a better example of this spot. So here, into right where the pocket is, right? Boom, but on that side. And I'm just chilling and just relaxing. Again, resting is my favorite R because I never confuse that R. Rest is easy, it's just apply pressure. I can take away the support arm and just lay into it more and just rest on this side. Make a small adjustment, lean in, roll a little bit, and then rest. Then I'm gonna slowly come out of this side. And then I'm gonna go to the other side for a minute. Again, making that adjustment, isolating the leg, and it's good to see from different angles. Oh, picking up the leg creates the most intensity. So I got one leg on the ground, I have an arm supported here, and I just got one leg up. For most people, this is gonna be intense enough, right? So most of us will just stay on the ground like this, but challenge yourself sometimes and lift the leg. You wanna get crazy? Both legs up. More intense. And again, there's nothing wrong with a simple rest for a few seconds. All right, I'm gonna slowly come out. So now that we just dealt with the hip flexor, let's do a hip flexor stretch, right? So here, boom, using that foam roller as support. I'm gonna go 1 minute on each side. checking text messages. Good, good. People are doing what they're supposed to do. 30 seconds on this side. So again, the hip flexor stretch, adding to the foam roller. So the foam roller is like warming up that area with friction, and then the stretch is making that area more elastic and mobile. I'm gonna slowly back off. And then I'm gonna switch sides. Same thing, other side, 1 minute. And this is our last stretch. This is our last movement for the foam rollers. Again, I have so many foam rollers. I have 4 here. I got the Beastie at home. And through this series, I'll be introducing you guys to several ways to just get more mobile, get more blood flow, more circulation, feel better. I think it's a big priority that isn't talked about enough. It's just, I want to feel good when I work out. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to squat in pain. You know, no pain, no gain is kind of overrated. Pain in the muscle from intensity, but not pain in the joints and in the muscle from like hurt and injury. And foam rollers are really good to have around. I think they're one of the best tools for like lazy people for stretching, like lazy stretchers. Let's go back to the support one that I keep bagging on and saying it's not that good. It is. It serves a purpose. It's just not my go-to all the time because I just like an intense foam roll experience. So here I have my ankles elevated on the soleus, so the bottom of my calf, purposely resting, right? And I'm just gonna stretch the low back here, tucking my head down. Most people don't have crazy arms like I do, or crazy long arms, so you can rest the hands here, you can rest on your body. As long as you're like just dead weight and not trying to stretch in this forward fold. Now again, this is like a little bit intermediate forward fold, most people's feet are on the ground, but elevating the legs creates a little bit more intensity. I'm gonna add a few minutes to this next segment where I just go through a couple movements with the foam roller without talking about it. I'm gonna go 1 minute for each segment and just show you a little bit more of some of my favorite moves to do with the foam roller. Going back to back, but instead of upper back. 1 minute. That's 1 minute. Coming up, next stretch. That's foam roller. Brief introduction, more to come.